Wow. I've never been able to do that.
Is that the time you take a picture?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, are you wondering about that headstand?
Yes.
Okay, I can do that headstand because I can. I approach my headstand with joy, anticipation, a little bit of trepidation, but I know that when I turn myself upside down, I find my balance. And that's when I'm taking center stage in my life. So taking center stage is what this is about. It's finding our balance and taking center stage. Let me ask you a question. How many of you have ever wanted to do a headstand? Raise your hands. Oh, cool. All right. A lot of you have. Well, all my yoga students that I teach, full disclosure, I'm a yoga and meditation teacher, want to learn to do a headstand because it's the king of all yoga postures. It symbolizes the full range of our human potential. All is possible. There are no limits or labels. The no's, they're passé. It's the yeses we want to get to in life. Do you think that sounds like a good idea, getting to the yeses? I think it's a good idea too. So raise your hands, everybody, and let's say yes, yes, yes. We can get to the yeses in our life. We can come to center stage and bring our life into balance. So yes, come on, raise your hand. If I have to do a headstand, you have to raise your hands. Not fair. So I'm going to be a rebel today. Joe already knows what a rebel I am. And I grew into adulthood in the 1960s. Yes, it's true, I did. And we broke a few rules. We exposed a few myths. So that's what I want to do today. I want to expose the myth of work-life balance. I want to unbundle the definition. And I want to not to separate work and life, but to put work and life into one entity. And that entity is known as you. You use the same emotional, social, intellectual skills at work as you do at home, right? You're simply changing locations. And it's a myth that when we are at work, we don't think about home, or that when we're home, we don't think about work. Come on. So you use these same social, emotional, and intuitive skills, these skills which are necessary for the great decision-making process that we use in life. Well, that will always be at our fingertips all the time. We think about it as that one entity. It's a holistic byproduct, I call it. So balance means flexibility. It means change. It doesn't necessarily mean stasis and symmetry. It means being agile, nimble, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. It means to be deft and to stay focused. So let's think of your mind as an unbroken circle. And in that circle, there are separate parts, equal but separate, all living harmoniously in this mind. And these separate parts focus on fulfillment, on equilibrium, on energy, and direction. Have you figured out the acronym? FEED. These are what feed us all day long. Now, what gets in the way of feeding ourselves are the counterintuitive messages in our environment. Those messages clutter the mind, they confuse us, and overwhelm us sometimes, and stop us from making great decisions instead of meeting dead ends. So there's a lot going on in your life, I know. And taking center stage probably sometimes seems as far away as sitting in the last row of a Greek amphitheater and trying to see the actors on the stage. So there's so much going on every day. You're stressed, you're worn out, you're burned out, you're freaked out. You've got stuff to do at work. You can't unplug from technology. Big deal now. Everything's about technology. You go home, you've got the kids, you've got grocery shopping. You've got to make dinner for the family. You've got bedtime stories, husband stories, and then there's a little bit more work left over. So where are you in this in this place of your life? Well, here's the straight skinny. You don't need to have it all. You only need what works with who you are and who you want to become. All right? The definition, the real definition of having it all is that magic time, when what you have and what you want match up perfectly. It's like the eclipse of the sun, only it lasts longer than 7 minutes and 31 seconds. And that's my time. So namaste. Thank you for your attention.